Good morning, students. Welcome to your science class. Students, today we are going to start with our block 18, which is oxides of carbon. And we are going to start with lesson 1. So, for this, we will need some resources. So, our resources would be S1 and S2 worksheet. We'll need the notebook and the content book. The keyword which we will be using in this class are So the keyword we will be using is the upward displacement. We will be using litmus, effervescence, acidic and combustion. So the aim of our class is that we will be able to describe the methods of preparing carbon dioxide and also explain the properties and uses of carbon dioxide. So very frequent name we have heard about this. Every now and then you would have heard about this word, which is carbon dioxide, in your science class. So we are going to explore this more. So the question comes is, what is carbon dioxide? Now, in simple words, if you want to answer, carbon dioxide is a gas found in air. Now, how do we add this gas to air? So, through we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, which is the byproduct of respiration. So, that's how we release carbon dioxide in gas, as a gas in the atmosphere. Can this gas be prepared by us? Yes, we can. This gas is prepared by us through respiration. We can also, when we burn fossil fuels, for example, when we cook food in using our LPG gas cylinder, when we run vehicles and machines, so that's how carbon dioxide is also released. It can also be prepared in the laboratory. Now the question come here is, how is it prepared in the laboratory? Now you would have now what happens exactly here is, to prepare carbon dioxide, in a flask dilute hydrochloric acid is taken and calcium carbonate is added to the flask immediately, and we need to close the mouth of the flask with a cork fitted with the tube. You can see the picture here. So it gives a little information about how this experiment is carried out. Now then we place the other end of the tube in the tube in a boiling tube, and when you see the gas coming out of the glass tube into the boiling tube, you need to pour some lime water into the boiling tube. So what happens is, you would see the changes in the lime water. So what are the changes in this lime water? So what did you observe when dilute hydrochloric acid was added? And what does this indicate? And last question is, what happened when the lime water was poured into the boiling tube containing gas? So students, to answer this question, when dilute hydrochloric acid and calcium carbonate is allowed to react, we observed many bubbles in the flask. Now these bubbles are there is a gas. So what we can understand as of now is that the gas was released in the reaction, and when lime water was poured into the boiling tube, it turned milky, that is white in color. Now, how can carbon dioxide be prepared in a laboratory? So, students, carbon dioxide, it can be prepared by the reactions of carbonate with dilute acid in laboratory. The reaction, for example, the reaction of calcium carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid is an example of this. So, it is collected by upward displacement of air, as it is heavier than air. So it is heavier than air, and that is the reason it is collected through the upward displacement method. So how is it collected? Now what does the change in color of lime water indicate about the gas? Now the change of the color of to lime water will confirm the presence of carbon dioxide. Here you can see there is a plain water and how after adding carbon dioxide it turns lime water milky. Now, what are some other methods by which carbon dioxide be prepared in the laboratory? Now, apart from we discussed about the upward displacement method, the carbon dioxide can also be produced by heating metal bicarbonates. For example, sodium bicarbonate. So when we heat sodium bicarbonate, it will release carbon dioxide and forms of sodium carbonate along with water. Now, how does the nature balance the amount of carbon dioxide in the air? And so, here pretty much we're talking about the carbon cycle and how do activities like burning fuels and deforestation impact the carbon cycle. Now, nature balances the amount of carbon dioxide through respiration and photosynthesis. We all know we exhale carbon dioxide, whereas plants inhale or intake carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. So that's how the balance is maintained. Now, the addition and removal of carbon dioxide from nature forms the carbon dioxide cycle. Now, excessive burning of fuels and deforestation are leading the rise in the amount of carbon dioxide in air and are disturbing the carbon dioxide cycle on its balance in nature. So that's how the environmental effects come into the picture. Now, how does okay, can we see or smell carbon dioxide in air? So the first thing is that we cannot see or smell carbon dioxide in air. This means carbon dioxide is colorless and odorless. So this is the table. You need to copy it in your notebook. Now what you will have to do is you'll have to light the candle and one of the group members will carefully hold it. So this is pretty much experiment which is given here. So if you open your content book and if you turn to page number 50 51, so it discuss about the uh, no, not 51, it is 53. It gives little much information about what is the experiment going to be. So we read the chapter before uh, coming and starting this. So I'm going to sum up with this observation and what it means. Now, what does this indicate about the gas? So that is the first question that we have already answered. We have discussed this. So what did you observe when baking soda was added with vinegar? When baking soda was added to vinegar, it formed many bubbles, right? And it was very rapid. This is known as effervescence, right? This is known as effervescence. This and why does this happen? This happens due to release of carbon dioxide in the reaction, right? What about the candle? Now, uh, what happened to the candle's flame when it was brought near the mouth of test tube? And the next question, okay, let's first focus on this. When the candle was brought near the mouth of the test tube, its flame had extinguished. Why it extinguished? It extinguished because carbon dioxide does not support burning. Now, coming to the last question, when we put when wet blue litmus paper was brought near it, what happens? When you bring a blue litmus paper, what will happen? So when we put a blue litmus paper, we will find that the carbon dioxide coming out of the test tube will turn the paper red. What properties of carbon dioxide do you infer from the above observation, and why does it turns lime water milky blue? And the last question is, what are some other properties of carbon dioxide? So coming to these questions, The first question, carbon dioxide extinguishes fire as it is neither combustible nor does it support combustion. Neither it burns nor it allows anything to burn. So that is called as neither it is combustible nor it support combustion. Now the change in color of litmus paper from blue to red indicates that carbon dioxide is acidic in nature. So the red color of the litmus paper will indicate this. Now, uh, what are the other properties? It dissolves in water and produces carbonic acid. It neutralizes metal oxides to form metal carbonates in water. Now, with lime water, carbon dioxide forms calcium carbonate, which is insoluble in water. This gives a milky appearance to the lime water, and it is used to test the presence of carbon dioxide. Now, we all know since carbon dioxide, uh, how are the above properties of carbon dioxide useful to us? Now, carbon dioxide does not support combustion. It is used in fire extinguisher. And since it is acidic and give a tangy taste when dissolved in water, it is also used in making fizzy drinks. So fizzy drinks means all your soda drinks which are fizzy in nature contains carbon dioxide in it. Now, without carbon dioxide, life would have not existed in Earth as it would have had extreme temperatures. Now, what is the role of carbon dioxide in regulating Earth's temperature? Students, first of all, we all know about the global warming and how it is impacting the our planet. Now, what carbon dioxide does is carbon dioxide absorbs the heat radiated by Earth. So the heat is then slowly released into the atmosphere, keeping the temperature warm even at night. So when the sun's heat is not received, this carbon dioxide helps in maintaining an optimum temperature of the atmosphere for the existing of life. This is known as the greenhouse effect. So students, this brings us to the end of today's discussion. Our question of the day is the composition of carbon dioxide in atmosphere is. There are different gases available in atmosphere. So what is the composition of carbon dioxide in atmosphere? And our homework would be, we will be completing S1 and S2 and practical question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 for homework. And just in case if you have any doubts or question, you can reach me through the comment section. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.